We all love our clear skin, don't we? But there is one problem that is little more noticeable than we like, and that would be acne. Extreme weather, air pollution, lifestyle changes, eating habits, constant exposure to the sun, and regular usage of masks can cause acne and pimples on one's face. Tea tree as an ingredient is known to have anti-inflammatory properties that help to prevent acne, but to reduce the acne on our face and to get clear skin, most of us resort to cumbersome, time-consuming DIYs or choose products that are not effective. We love a smarter solution to control acne, pimples, to fulfill that aspiration. Mama Earth comes to your rescue with tea tree face wash that helps to get rid of acne, blemishes, and adds freshness to your skin. Made with the goodness of ingredients like neem and tea tree oil, this face wash helps to prevent acne by clearing impurities, fighting bacteria, and controlling excess oil secretion. Along with the soothing nature of aloe vera, it helps to calm any redness, swelling, or inflammation and leaves your skin supple and hydrated after every wash. You don't need to worry about using this tea tree face wash on daily basis because it is free of toxins, chemicals, and parabens. The key ingredients of Mama Earth tea tree face wash are neem. It purifies the skin by removing dirt and other impurities that clog skin pores, and aloe vera soothes and deeply moisturizes the skin while boosting blood flow. And tea tree is used to treat skin conditions like acne, excessive dryness, redness, and promotes glowing skin. Every time you buy a product from them, Mama Earth will link your order to the website to a tree that they plant. By 2025, Mama Earth is aiming to plant 1 million trees as part of these initiatives. Mama Earth has their official app, the iOS and Android links to which are in the description. App users can get early access to sales and hence get extra discount. Mama Earth products are available on Amazon, Flipkart, and Ikea. Use code Alobo 2022 to get 20% off only on Mama Earth app and website. Tea tree face wash also comes in 100 ml and 250 ml. So what are you waiting for? Get yourself a tea tree face wash today. Hi everybody, welcome back once again to another episode of the Alobo Naga show. I hope you guys are all doing good. Today I am very excited because I got my favorite couple from Nagaland, my favorite artists, they here, and then after waiting for almost a year, finally they got time, and I'm so happy. So without any further delay, I would like to welcome Jungtina and Tali Angh.
Thank you, Alobo. Wow.
Thank you so much, my favorite couple of all time.
Wow.
Yeah,
such an honor and pleasure to be here. Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking our time. I know it's not easy, all of us are busy at the season, but you guys finally, and forget about it, you're a parent, so ajibi bacha chhari idea nahi ekdam thanks, Kun size bacha, by the way?
Buini was my sister, and my son has gone for tuition, so.
Oh. Okay, let's talk about the family in a while, but I want you to please introduce yourself in your own style, about you, about your family, anything that you want to tell the audience.
Well, okay, so as you know, I'm Tali Angh, and I think it's a good platform to clarify the confusion regarding my name. So I'm Tali because my mom is Ao, and Angh because my dad is Pom. So it's Tali Angh, and actually, I think Angh is not as prominent as how it is with Konyak tribe, which is why people think, I should be from Konyak tribe. Yeah, but actually, I belong to Pom tribe, which is why it's Tali Angh.
And I am Jungtina, Jamir, and wife of Tali Angh. We have been married. I mean, I think it's okay. I can say that, right?
Yeah.
We have been married for almost 12 years. This year.
Wow.
Yeah, we got married in 2010, and we have 2 kids. I think.
Wow. Niall, he's 8 years old.
Okay.
And Lenny, she'll be turning 5 in the month of August.
Wow, so beautiful. I mean, they are also very famous like you guys. You know,
Really?
we keep seeing them on social media. We always meet them in the events and all. So yeah, you guys are really blessed with amazing children also.
Thank
and
you.
then, and as I said, you know, many people, it's not just me, but every time I meet people, they all talk about, you know, your family, you know, such a good role model, to be honest, in this generation. So thank you for that. You know, thank you for being a
that's
role
a
model.
compliment. Thank you very
And
much.
then Tali, personally, you know, I mean, your lifestyle, the way you've been living, is such an inspiration even to me. You know, I always look up to you, even though we are friends. I always look up to you, you know, as, you know, somebody, you know, as a role model. So thank you so much for being that person. You know. Now let's come back to the family. So the kids are in school, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are times you travel with him. We see you performing together. So how do you balance the family and the tours and ministry? You know.
That's a very good question.
You want to
Yeah, I mean,
answer
you
that
can
first?
add. So our eldest, he's in grade 3, and youngest, she just started school last year, so she's in nursery. Class A this year. And so when it comes to, like, you know, like you said, when it comes to traveling and, you know, doing ministry together, going out together, that's something that, you know, we had decided, you know, right from the beginning that, you know, whatever we do, we want to do it as a family.
Wow.
And we are very intentional about it. But at the same time, you know, especially with, you know, as they're growing older with schools, you know, that's again priority. And so, you know, we try, you know, to make sure that, you know, as much as possible, whenever we can, we do travel together. But yeah, school days, we also, you know, make sure that they're in school. And of course, past 2 years, you know, pandemic. And so we could actually travel a lot because, you know, we could have online classes anywhere. And so we did a lot of traveling actually
we took
the
full
past 2
full
years.
advantage
Yeah, we took
of
full
the-
advantage of
Okay,
that.
so the kids travel with you
yeah,
guys.
yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
So
That's beautiful.
it is, I mean, I hear, you know, I hear questions from like my friends and, you know, young mothers and even fathers, you know, like, how do you do it? And, you know, even for my family, like, it looks so tiring, like, you know, with kids,
True.
traveling, packing, you know, you're just here one day and tomorrow you're traveling. Like, how do you do it? You know, it's so chaotic, you know, but like I said, it's something we're intentional about. And, you know, we got a hang of it, and our kids
And we enjoy.
And
like, we really
that's
enjoy.
right, we enjoy. And our kids also, you know, they absolutely love it. And, you know, and this is how we do, family.
So much to learn from you guys. You know. Now I'm gonna get married too, so I need to get all the tips. You know, like, wow, that's amazing. You know, because manukun bado, you know, it's not easy, right, to balance it, but you guys are doing it, living, you know, like living it out loud. You know, our life gem motto. Now, let's talk about
You know, I mean, I'm just reminded of an incident. You know, like. You know, we could have yielded to, or we could have given into the mindset that, you know, like a wife should stay at home. But we were very, like she said, we were very intentional about it. And it was like a counterculture when we started then, you know. We made sure we traveled together as much as possible. She had a choice, and she had all the reasons to stay at home also. But we made sure we're traveling together. And then I remember one of our experiences when one of our, you know, tires got flat. And then, would you like to say that? I just remembered that, which is why I'm just adding that. You know?
Yeah, so I mean, like
full of
said,
adventure.
You know, we travel a lot. And so this one time, we were coming back from Long Leng, and then it was just 2 of us. So I used to say, those days, you know, I mean, I would say that I'm the handyman, you know. And he has such a good handyman. So the tire got flat, and we just knew, and then we stopped, we parked the car. And, you know, we were also in a rush to get back to Dimapur. And so Tali, he came out of the car, I came out from the other side, and I knew which tire was flat, right? It was the front tire, like the one. And then, you know, quickly he just took off everything and he started to, you know, it was so funny. He started to, you know, what do you call that? The back tire. He thought it was the back tire that got flat. And he started to, you know, like, what do you call that? Yeah, it's like...
those balls
and nuts. He started opening the, you know, those nuts and bolts. And I was just thinking, what are you doing? And he's like in such a hurry. And then I said, hey, it's this side. And he's like, oh, okay.
That's so typical Tali, right? I'm not surprised also,
So,
I mean...
That's just one, Alobo.
No, but I'm not surprised. This guy, you know, I mean... I can proudly say I know you guys. We know each other from a very long time, right? Since the time I was in the ministry, we were all young. You guys were not married then.
Yes.
We were all free, young, wild. We've all come a long way. The cafe. I still remember. You want to talk about the scooter, right? Also.
The scooter. This one time, okay, it was at Life Spring Corner. And I was not married then. I think we were dating at that time.
Yeah, I think so.
And so we did there was a school, going on at Life Spring Corner. And I remember going to town with one of our friends and Alobo. It was just the three of us, and he had his scooter. So I was, at the back, the three of us. And so as we were coming out, somehow, I don't know what happened. The three of us just crashed. And we are just so thankful that we didn't go into that nala. There's this big drain that, crosses, just beside
Shout
the
out
road.
To my Vespa scooter.
And we were just laughing. We were like, we didn't even, try to get up. We were just laughing on the grass.
Okay, now let's come back to ministry. Would you like to share about your ministry, what you're doing, about your Love Sound movement? Would love to hear from you.
Yeah, maybe, Love Sound movement. Yeah. Actually, I mean, she rightly said, one thing, that was like the early part of the Love Sound movement. She said something that never left me, and she said, it is not man's idea, but it is God's idea.
Wow.
So it is God's movement. And so, we are so privileged that we are invited into to be part of His movement, just to partner with Him, and just facilitate His love and His beauty to the world. And so, talking about Love Sound movement, it's actually it's a call. It all started when during the lockdown, the first phase of the lockdown. We had this stirring and restlessness to go to the streets to worship.
Yes.
It took a while for us to really, take that step. Obviously there were restrictions imposed, and then we didn't know how to really respond to that, voice. We knew it was from the Lord, but we took some time, and finally we had the courage to just step out, and we went to the supermarket. Went there for a few days, and on the fourth day was when God dropped this vision, His heart to us about Love Sound movement, and He said this movement is going to be about giving a call for unity, especially to the churches, to the believers.
Okay.
And we also kind of as we journey with God since the past 3 years, we also we are also beginning to see His heart about how good He is, and His intention is always to bless the world, but it takes unity. The only criteria that He places upon us is unity. Psalm 133. And so it's a call to especially to the believers, to the churches, to unite, and we do it especially through worship and music. And so it's been an incredible experience, journey so far. I mean, we would not like to call this as our ministry, my ministry, but it's like a platform, a common platform where it gives opportunity for people to come together, and we whenever God directs us to do more things with specific instructions, we just go ahead and we see God move and just bringing people together. And so been to different districts, different states of India, and it's been, we're looking forward to more,
Wow.
And of course, Prism, since you're asking about our ministry.
Please talk about
Prism. Actually, it's a community of creatives, or community for creatives, all right? And it's a result of our love for music and arts, a community of music and arts, okay? Not love for music and arts. Of course, that's part and parcel of what you're getting to see, but then definitely it's our love for the community of arts and music, and then we emphasize on friendship, based on love and trust, and also what we encourage the young people, the young artists and musicians, is to draw their authenticity from that one identity that we find in Christ Jesus. It's something that we emphasize. No doubt, many people can sing. And it's talents. There's an explosion of talent happening. All over the world. But what is important is to tap into that identity, because it gives life, it gives hope, it gives freedom. You know, when you tap into that identity. And so, for me, the definition of authenticity when it comes to our art, it goes deeper than our talent. It goes right back to the identity that we have in Christ Jesus. And so, this is something that, you know, we want to just, how do I say, introduce to this generation. You know, we also feel that we are called to serve this generation. And so this is one of the avenues that we have found to serve this, you know, young creatives, you know. And we are so grateful that, you know, God has entrusted this to us. And
thanks for sharing, and thanks for investing, you know, in this generation. And I mean, I've been seeing the updates, and I know what you guys are doing. So I'm really happy the way God is using you, you know, as an instrument for this generation. So now let's talk about music and your journey, which I'm sure most of the young people want to know. So how did it all begin, you know, your musical journey, you know?
I think like most Nagas, you know, Naga musicians and singers, you know, we all grew up like singing in church or special occasions, you know, concerts. But I think, if I may say, the paradigm shift, happened when I was in Bangalore. And especially when I began to discover this songwriting gift in me. You know, and that's when I realized that this is something I can't just ignore. Yes, many can sing, many can perform, but to be able to write our own songs, I was challenged by that thought, like, why can't we write our own songs? And so one evening I attempted, and it was a very frustrating experience. I ended up throwing the guitar. Okay, it wasn't like midnight. And I got my first breakthrough in the morning, the next morning around 2, 3 o'clock. I don't remember the exact time. And so ever since then, I've never stopped, you know, writing songs. And I would say, I just finished my, I think I was in my first or second semester of my master's, doing master's in biotechnology. And so, that's when I began to discover the songwriting gift in me. And then, I think appreciation and, you know, just all this approval from people also matters. And so there were people who genuinely appreciated and accepted, you know, this new thing that was happening in me. And so, you know, that was also kind of a booster to just keep pursuing. And I became more focused. You know, I was faced with like choices and expectations from family and people around. And I think we all started around the same time. Alobo,
we all started at the same time.
And if I'm not wrong, you were also working in a company, and you know, there were, I'm sure you had expectations from all around. So I went through the same phase, you know, coming back here, you know, still, you know, like family and friends would not, or relatives would not give up on, you know, just me doing maybe pursuing civil services exams, or even, you know, going for further studies and all that, doing my PhD. But I think the conviction was so strong, and I had already found my purpose. Okay, it's not just passion, but I think I really found my purpose, and that really made the difference. If I may just add one more thing, you know, like because like I said, we are here to serve this generation, okay, and so I want to take full advantage, you know, just to share a bit of, you know, my conviction. See, passion, when we talk about passion, dictionary defines it as, you know, barely strong and controllable emotions. Like there's something in you that you know, and you just want to, you can't wait to share it with the world, right? That is there. And it's a matter of time, you know, you get to show that, you get to share that with the world. But, you know, very interestingly, that Google also has a definition, second definition, and I was shocked when I saw it for the first time. It says, the second definition for passion is the suffering and death of Christ.
Really?
It's not a Christian dictionary. You just Google the suffering and death of Christ. And I realized, wow, the passion found its purpose right there in that definition. Because, you know, at the end of the day, we are living for what Christ died for, you know, and that is to give us life and eternal life, life in abundance. And so that's the purpose that I'm living for, you know, through my art. I really want to convey this truth, this message, this eternal truth, that, you know, like we have a life that is eternal, that is perfect, which can be experienced, you know, when we have Christ in our life. And so,
Amen, yeah. That's good.
yeah,
Thanks.
I'm glad we are not doing something or pursuing something that is temporal.
Right.
Yeah, true.
That makes me more excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. It's like, oh, I got goosebumps, man. Now let's talk about. I mean, when you talk about musical, journey and how it started. I mean, I can relate because we, as you said, we all came from the same era with the same mindset. People around us,
Right.
Now, like a science MSc pura khatam hoise, aise, that expectation, and then I'm sure you went through all those barriers, all those people who are coming, the pressure.
Right.
So and now coming into music as a profession, which is not easy.
I know.
From this place. So what are some of the struggles would you like to share? Maybe even together. The struggles, because many people they look up and then they think they look up where we are right now and they think it's like, hey man, Arambra. And then I see a lot of comments also, oh, Tam the Baba, the people think like that, but they don't see what we go through.
Right.
So is there, I'm sure you guys have, stories, so if there's anything you want to share today, struggles,
Yeah, why not?
I think one of the struggles was to really, get that validation, that acceptance from family and close ones. I think that's not easy. It went on for many years, and I don't blame them also.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Because it needed a culture where they should be convinced enough that, well, we have an industry or we have a system, a culture where music is not just celebrated, but it can also sustain us. And that wasn't really there. And so we totally understand. And so that was one big challenge that we had to face, I think, for all of us.
Yes.
And then, of course, I did try to understand my position in early years, like how I'm positioned as an artist. And so I also realized that I'm not called for like full-fledged commercial, as a commercial artist. And so that's when that also became one of my challenges. But having said that, I've one thing I've learned and I've realized over the years is because I'm also obediently and faithfully, and consistently, positioning myself where God wants me to be. Whether I get shows or not, He never fails to provide the needs. Wow. See, that's very important again. Yes. At the end of the day, it's not just by our works, but it's so important to be, positioned where you're supposed to be. And so we have experienced as a family also, we continue to experience God's favor. Sometimes I wish I get more shows, and sometimes those things that doesn't happen, but even then, and of course, you get to travel, you get to sing and preach and teach and things like that. And of course, we don't go with that professional attitude of just, having those expectations, to be, reciprocated the way one would expect.
Yes.
But I, like I said, God has been faithful all these years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can see that.
That's so good.
Yeah, that's so good. Okay, before we go to the break, I just have one last question. I'm sure you are, since you work among the young people and even me, I've been associating, and there's one big problem in our society at the moment, that is like the drug abuse. It's like, there was a time, it was just the alcohol thing.
That's right.
But now we see the rise in like drug abuse, especially sunflower mat and all.
Right.
So there are a lot of stories, so many, my mom in the ministry, so many parents come, to pray for the kids, and they come to the prayer center, we see a lot of, and we encounter also.
Right.
So do you have any message for those young people who are going through that? And then I know that there must be some young people who are going through that phase right now. They want to leave it, they're struggling. If you have any message for them right now, it'll be so wonderful. And also a message to the parents who are dealing with those kind of kids right now. If you have any message for them, it'll be lovely.
Yeah. If there are people who are already victims of drug abuse, I just want to tell you that the struggle you have or you're going through is temporary. Don't think that you cannot come out of this. All right, and you know, there's God who has never given up on you, and He will never give up on you.
Right.
All right, that's the simple truth that I want to just tell you. Society may give up on you, your parents, your friends may just, you know, abandon you, but I know you are trapped. But, you know, God is not ignorant of your situation. He will get you out of this, you know, pit, you know. But I just want, my request to you is, you know, if you can just care to open up yourself and just, you know, just reach out for help, you know, to people around, you know, to church, anyone whom you think can help you come out of this, you know. And also, you know, to the parents or just people in general, you know, like, let's not give up on them, you know. That's the whole point. Let's not give up on them. Let's not judge them. Let's not give up on them. I think, and how to tackle that, I believe churches can do a lot, NGOs can do a lot. And then I believe, you know, there are people, you know,
professionals,
professionals. And I believe they are already aware of these things, and I'm sure they are coming up with strategies, plans to just, you know, curb this menace, so-called, you know, this situation that is prevailing in our land, you know, currently. So
thank you. That's it's very helpful. Thank you so much. Please, Coffee Khabi, we'll go into the break. Speaking of coffee, we want to give shout out to Nagaland Coffee for the amazing, you know, beverage partner always giving us this coffee. Thank you, Nagaland Coffee.
Thank you.
And today we want to give shout out to Sign 24 who made this for us. So if you want something like this, we'll give the description below. You can order it from them, and they make all kind of signage also. So for your shop, for your business, for your house, you need it, you get it from Sign 24. We will give in the description below. Don't go away. We have so much to offer. See ya. Hi guys, welcome back to another segment of the Alobo Naga show in conversation with Tali Angh and Jungtina. Okay, so today the next round is called questions from the fans, and then we, as you have seen it, I asked questions from your fans on my social media, and we got so many. And from there we picked a couple of questions. So I'm gonna you know, read out to you. So please. Answer it. The first one is from Pilamo Kikon. How he met his wife. He wants to know how you guys met. So maybe.
That's good.
We met in a church.
In a church,
one fine Sunday. I was leading worship. In Dimapur. So, she walked in with her aunt, and then she had just come back from Australia. She had streaked her hair and. I was leading worship, and
you could see it.
I saw her and I was distracted. Seriously, I was distracted.
Oh man!
But I knew it was a good distraction. I mean, because look at us today. And so, you know, so and I thought she's different, and then you know, all of the interests to
Wow.
But of course, we didn't rush. I mean, I didn't rush. And of course, the same day itself, you know, she was invited to, not me. Thankfully, you know, one of the elders of the church invited her to be part of the worship team. And so that's how.
That was the first time I met him too.
So I mean, even me, my fiance, she first saw me in a prayer center. I was leading worship, and I first saw her in her church. I went to sing, and she and her twin sister sang that day, you know.
Oh, wow.
So church connection.
So good.
So good.
Okay, so if you're looking for life partner, make sure you're going to church.
That's right. Good one.
Good one, huh? Okay, so which life is easier to connect with God? Life before or after marriage? Your point of view. So from the same guy, Pilamo.
Well, before you're married, I mean, just please, there are many things that I would want to say, but before you're married, you know, you can be distracted by many things. After you're married, you'll have many responsibilities. And so to connect with God it's just anytime, any moment. It's, I think this, but it can get challenging. Once we have more responsibilities, you get caught up with work and just, you know, and that's when maybe you will just find yourself striving and trying to do things on your own also, you know, because you're trying to fulfill commitments and, you know, things like that. And I think that's not a good place to be in. So yeah, connection with God. I'm glad you mentioned connection with God. So connection with God, every possible moment is the key, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is interesting from Shalom Pom, your own people. Sir Tali Angh, your father is full-time politician. And you are in full-time ministry of God. Instead of helping your father in politics as an educated and influential person, what inspired and made you choose ministry instead of politics? Wow.
That's a good question.
I mean, I'm sure you're asking this question to God. First of all, because God inspired me to be where I am. But let me tell you, I'm not shying away from politics. I think what I believe is it is very important, even as creatives, as musicians, you know, we can't be in a place where we are like mondo alakase, you know. But there's a need for mutual interaction with the rest of the spheres of society. I think we have a role to play, you know, towards cultural transformation. And so, if God tells me to join politics, I would love to. And so I'm not against that idea. But I will not pursue or just, you know, join politics because my dad is into politics. You know, that's not something I'm after.
But if it's God's calling, I mean, I can imagine, you know, you being a politician, you know. Kotha iman do nako kam do karo ito ase. Are iman perfectionist ho. I know. Ekdom atala constituency mano ki morom lagil. Ekdom choto moto sab detailing mano.
Iman tak duno eh.
Okay. Now this is from okay, Sep Sangtam. Who inspired you to be an artist initially, you know?
Well, I hope you'll not be disappointed. But my answer is there's none in particular. But there have been people, you know, over the years who have inspired me in many ways. But there's no one in particular. So this is from Aika Jakha. I want to ask you, what was it that really got you into worship, and how you eventually became a worship leader? Can you please highlight your life about your journey as a worship leader? Well, it just happened along the way. You know, I happened to be part of the worship team at Naga Christian Fellowship, Bangalore. And that's when, you know, I also felt the Lord leading me, you know, into this ministry. And I knew that, you know, this was something that that I can't be like, this has to be part of my life, you know, to be a worshiper and to be in the worship ministry was something very clear from the very beginning. So even when I'm like performing in other platforms, I will make sure that, you know, like I remain focused and, in my identity as a worship, and also the worship ministry that God has called me. And and so, I mean, I don't also want to, you know, create any confusion, you know, like one moment you see us in church or, you know, revivals, leading worship, and another time you will see us performing in other, you know, so-called secular platforms. But not everybody is called like that. You know, it's how God positions us, and so it is very important for us to recognize that. And I really see that in you also, Alobo. I like, in spite of, you know, I mean, contextually also, you know, like I'm sure people have all kinds of, you know, critics around you. But one thing I know for sure, and we keep talking about it also, you're where you're supposed to be, you know, and that is why, you know, many good things have happened through you, and which is why today we have Alobo Naga show also. So we really celebrate your Alobo.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now let's talk to the wife. The wife has been like, you know, the handyman. Now let's talk with the handyman. Okay. Now, like, it's not just Tali Angh. You yourself is an amazing singer, you know. You play really good keyboard. You're like amazing. I know, you know. So how did, you know, you start? Let's talk about you, like, into music journey. Were you into music from before you made this guy, or you, like, you know,
absolutely. Way before any one of us? Go ahead.
Yes. So I don't remember, like, I'm not really good with dates and years and all of that. But ever since I was a kid, it was actually my parents, you know, who I would say, saw something in me, you know, and called that out. And so, as a young girl, okay, I used to, like all of us, you know, where I started was the church. I would sing in the church, and I remember, you know, like even as a little girl, you know, back then in the 80s, you know, we don't have any studio in Kohima. I'm from Kohima. I was you know, born and brought up in Kohima. So we would come down to Dimapur, and there is this gospel recording. Yeah, I think that was the only one back then. That's the only one. Yeah. Opposite Mooring Express back then. So I remember us coming down there, and you know, it's not easy to travel, you know, even those days. And you know, I remember my parents, you know, just sacrificing a lot, coming all the way down, making sound. Like I didn't know what a soundtrack was, you know, but you know, I don't know. They just, you know, they saw something in me, I would say, and we would come down, make soundtracks, and you know, I just remember like you know, for many years we just did that, and you know, even I play a little bit of keyboard, just a little bit.
Not little.
So
she plays for Tali Angh, not small.
So yes, I went for, you know, keyboard classes in Kohima, and back then we didn't have like, you know, music schools like we have nowadays. But I remember one of my mom's friend, Auntie Aran, if you're watching this, she was the one who taught me how to, you know, play the keyboard. And then of course the church that I went to in Kohima, All Baptist Church, you know, they, you know, gave me that space to play in the, you know, devotional service, and you know, those really, you know, played such an important role, I would say, and so like now, you know, over the years, and especially after marriage, and we did a lot of traveling, music together, and if I can just add this also, especially, you know, after we had our first baby, our son, and then the second one, you know, I do think about it, but it's not as easy as it used to be. Like my priorities right now are, you know, I love music, no doubt, but you know, I have priorities right now, you know, and I just choose and decide, you know. I mean, we do that together, and so yeah, I mean, it's not like now I don't sing anymore or play anymore, not in that sense, but not as regular as it used to be. But I have no doubt that, you know, I think about, you know, my childhood days, and you know, those days I think there was hardly, I don't remember anybody else, okay, especially, you know, the first few years that I started, like there was no other kid. I mean, I don't remember. So I would think now that, you know, that was like a prophetic act, you know. I would tell this to him, you know, like back then when no other kid was singing like I used to. I really felt like, and I still feel like, you know, it was like a door opening, you know, for all of us. And I don't say that, you know, with pride or, you know, like that I did it, like it's not me, but it was like a prophetic act, I would say. And you know, so
I mean, I'm also really amazed by how their parents were involved back then. You know,
so I mean, it's very rare, to be honest,
exactly,
you know,
like,
in our society.
That's right. I remember how your dad used to just, you know, carry stuffs and just take you anywhere, everywhere that you should be going, you know, whether for recording and things like that.
So blessed.
And bought me all the food that I wanted to eat. Burgers and
okay, so you studied in Australia, or
no,
what were you doing there?
I did my YWAM. I mean,
you were DTS.
DTS.
Great. Now let's move to the questions from the fans again. This is from Ethereal. Ask him why he decided to do Christian music and be so committed to it despite having amazing voice, which can take him to greater heights and even more further like the other singers. But we got a lot of questions, you know, like why not secular? Why did you stick to gospel, you know, Christian music? You want to say anything?
I think first of all, like I said earlier, it's how God positions you.
Yes.
Okay, you need to recognize that. Otherwise, you will end up judging people. Okay, if you're not singing in a church, if you're not singing Jesus, then you will think that, you know. But of course, this topic is very sensitive, and you know, we can talk a lot. I hope you will not, you will not go just take this part and then, you know. But if I may just say this, for me, Christian music or gospel music is more than a genre or a style.
Yes.
Okay, gospel, when you say gospel, it is life, eternal life, perfect life. Okay, it's about experiencing true freedom. Yeah, and if I may say this also, and it comes from a place of what? Eternal and perfect love. All right, this life and freedom that we're talking about. All right, and so and it can be found and experienced in Christ Jesus. All right, and that is gospel.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
and so the rest is okay. And there's a mandate. There's a call. Once you become a child of God, there's a call. There's a mandate that is given to you.
Everyone. Yeah.
All right, okay, to be an agent of that love, that life and freedom. Okay, and so how you express that depends on how you're wired.
Yeah.
If you're a musician, okay, if you're an artist, you express it through songs. All right.
Yeah.
As a politician also, you can carry the same, DNA, okay, of love, of freedom, okay, of life. And you can do that as a politician, as an engineer, as a doctor, as a businessman. And so for me, I will not try to stick to this mindset. I'll not even become a victim of that mindset, thinking that, oh, gospel, oh, Christian. So in fact, we are called to be called into the world.
Yes.
So we can disconnect
Shy away.
ourselves. I mean, I'm not really confronting you, I hope, I mean, to the question, but I'm just trying to, make some sense here, trying to bring a broader perspective, And so for me, I think it's not sticking to a style or genre or something like that, but it just happened, and I'm just grateful, and I'm just grateful for the way I'm positioned.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, let me also supplement to what you shared about, being a Christian artist, gospel, I think you rightly said about God positioning us, where we're supposed to be. For my story, I was in the church, I was in the worship, I was in, the worship leader, I was in the worship music. I realized that my calling was outside the four walls of the church.
That's right.
And we are all called in different ways. So I realized that my calling was with friends from other faith, my calling was with people who don't go to church, That's what we do. I mean, even with Life Jam, the same thing. We go to places, where the crowd are from all, friends from all faiths, they all come, and we can minister and we can share about, very openly,
Right.
And I just want to, aid that, I mean, God positioned us like that.
That's right.
And this is from Truly Yours. My question for Mr. Tali is, why didn't you consider collaborating with Sir Alobo? Okay, all these years, I frankly think his work is extremely overrated. Okay, and how about you? What do you think about him?
Well, I was just telling my wife, and actually this thought came years ago. Okay, and recently also. And just this evening, as we were driving to the studio here, I was telling my wife, and we were just reminded of how there was this desire to collaborate with you, and that is still on. Okay, just very recently also, I was thinking about collaborating with you, but I want it to be like the real thing.
Okay,
like it has to be worth it, and so it can come from you, it can come from me, but let's be open to that idea,
Sure. I mean,
because I'm actually excited.
Wow.
I don't know how, when, what, but then let's do it.
It'll be an honor for me.
Yeah, same here.
And then just want to, announce today, my next single is coming out soon from my worship album. So maybe after the show, I would let you guys listen to it first.
Yeah.
Wow.
And maybe we can give
awesome.
a review. Everything is done, so we're working on the dates to release it.
That's
so I had the calling that's time for me to come back. So yeah.
Wow, that's
okay.
so cool.
Let's move on, and because the show is not about me, this is from Innas Chishi. Okay, very interesting. We were dancers that time when he was rising, and we came to know he was the first to make remix song for dance. So I would like to know which was his first remix song. What was that? Is it you?
I don't
Are
remember.
you confused? Or?
Maybe he's confused.
Okay.
Or if I've forgotten, please, they can personally reach out to me and
Remix.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't remember.
Okay, so I think we're done with this. I want to say sorry to all the people. We got a lot of questions, but then I think we have like almost all the questions were similar, so I had to cut it here. Now we're gonna play a game with the last segment, but don't go. We're gonna come back after this break. Hey guys, so welcome back to the final segment of the Alobo Naga show with Tali Angh and Jungtina, and we are going to play games. Okay, so this is called How Well Do You Know Your Partner? Okay, so I want to tell you, audience, that before the shoot, I met them personally, and then I asked them the question, and I took the answer. So, but they don't know, and so where shall I start? Whom do I ask first? Tali or Jungtina?
I've been talking a lot, so maybe she can take.
Okay, chalo. Okay, so Tali, Jungti, I'm going to ask you about him, and you have to answer. We already got the answer, so we want to see. Okay, chalo, all the best. Chalo, Tali Angh's favorite singer.
Switchfoot, John Foreman.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
1-0. Okay. I want you guys to, give the tally to my team. Okay, good. What is his ideal date night, or what I mean,
coffee.
Okay.
Coffee dates.
Acha. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that right?
No, sorry.
Okay.
He said just conversation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well,
coffee or conversation.
Yeah. Cool. But yeah.
Yes.
So 3, his favorite food.
Easy. Pork.
Yeah, with fresh bamboo shoot.
Yes, with bamboo shoot.
Okay, so if anybody wants to host this couple, make sure you're cooking pork.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, and his favorite song.
Favorite song.
His own favorite song, like his songs, among his songs.
Can I say 2?
Okay.
One is Take It Slow, City of Lights.
City of Lights.
Okay. Yay.
Okay. Yeah. She knows him better. Okay.
Take it slow. That's a good one.
His favorite book.
His favorite book. Is it? Okay, there. Okay.
I'll give you option 2, 3.
Okay.
I think
first
I'll just give you a hint. I think we both really liked the book you also read, and I think it kind of.
Definitely.
A hint, did you?
Okay, I know. We read a lot of, from Bethel, Bill Johnson. So maybe, I forgot the name of the When Heaven Invades.
Yes, When Heaven
Invades.
Invades.
Really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Wow.
Yay.
I
love that. I personally love that book too.
The last question. 2 of the favorite things to do. His favorite things to do. Yeah.
Space, like he wants to be alone by himself.
Yeah, being alone. Yeah.
Wow, I know that right from the start. And like playing with the kids.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Now the pressure is real, bro.
You better get me right.
Okay. Wow. You did amazing. Woo. Okay.
Great job.
Now, okay.
Thank you.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you guys first meet?
Church.
Okay, so easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
I said that.
her teenage celeb crush.
Ooh.
Oh, I think I don't know the name, but an enemy. I think.
Yeah.
Japanese.
Tama Homai, right?
Yes, Tamahome.
What?
He knows that.
Yeah.
Tama.
Tamahome. But you got it.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, yeah.
All my
Awesome.
passwords were his name.
So, 2, okay. Easiest way to make Jungti happy.
It's not difficult. It's not complicated. Food and flowers.
Yeah, flowers.
Food.
Yeah, flowers and balloons.
Oh, balloons. Yeah. Bubbles and
Bubbles.
Yeah.
Wow.
Flowers.
Okay,
Yeah.
very interesting question, which many guys always forget. Anniversary date, or maybe the day, year you got married.
I will never forget.
Please.
2010, 18 December.
Okay. Jungti's favorite, it's not there. What's on her top bucket list?
He knows this.
Oh, obviously.
Come on.
For the past few years, we've been really talking about it, especially one thing, and that is to go for Switchfoot concert. We missed it when they came to Shillong.
Yeah.
But yeah, she keeps reminding me of that, so which is why it kind of stayed. So it's easy to answer.
Last one, her favorite song.
Come on.
Favorite song?
Yeah. Don't tell me you don't know this.
Live it well. Live it well.
Yes.
Live it
Yes.
well. Obviously, you have it written here also.
Tattoos.
One life to live.
Wow, you guys did so good. You guys now see. So compatible is the word. Okay, now this is the last game. Okay, so all you have to do is just close your eyes. It's a TikTok game. You just have to point. Okay.
Okay.
I'll ask you something. Please close your eyes. Who is more adventurous? Okay. Who approached first? Okay. Who is the funny one? Okay. Okay. Who has the worst handwriting? Okay. Okay. Who is more romantic? Okay. Okay.
Same.
Okay. Okay. Who is bigger baby when is sick? You know.
We're hardly sick though.
Okay.
But
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Who spends the most money? Okay.
Okay, you answer.
Okay. Who said I love you the most? Okay. Okay.
Same.
Okay. Who is more and most? I mean, prayerful.
Oh.
Okay. 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 Now interesting. Who's a better cook? Okay.
Actually.
Who apologized first after an argument? Okay. Okay.
She said it. Huh? She said something, no? Okay.
Who sleeps the most?
Oh,
Okay.
I sleep a little more than that.
Okay. Who shower less?
Oh no, it's same. Equal. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
do
Okay.
shower.
Last one. Who snores the loudest?
Oh,
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. That was fun. Okay. So the game is a tie, but then as you know, we have to give it to the girl.
Okay.
So we,
Really?
the girl, you know, girl is always right.
Okay, all right.
Congratulations.
Thank you
so
on her
much.
behalf.
Yeah. You in the gift hamper.
I'll share with you.
Yeah.
So the gift hamper is from
Wow.
Safo. Yeah. So thank you to Safo for
Safo.
this gift
Thank
hamper.
you,
Yes.
Safo. And
Thank
Now,
you.
thank you so much. We've come to the end, and yes, I hope you guys had a good time. And yeah, I'm sure this episode is going to inspire so many people and bless so many people. Thank you so much. But before we end, if there's any pledge, any message you want to say, please take your time.
you want to say something?
Yeah. Yeah. This came really strongly today, so I'm just gonna say it. Today, I was reading, a Bible passage, and it really caught my heart. And it's from Revelations 3:20, and have a read yourself. It says God is really knocking at the door of our hearts, and for anyone who opens it, there's life. He would come in, dine with us, be with us. And so, to the young people, not just the young people, everyone who's watching this, I really felt that so strongly today that God is really at our doors. Yeah, in any way God speaks to you right now. He is knocking at the door of our hearts, and won't you just open? Yeah, I just want to throw that. And
Thank you.
that's it. Yeah.
Tali?
Well, there are many things, of course, but then one attitude that we we are conscious about, just nurturing, is not to have this attitude of judging people. So when you step out of your home, when you meet people, just make sure that you don't carry that attitude of judging people. That's one thing, because to judge is not our job. Okay, there's a difference between discerning what is right and wrong. But I think we also live in a society where it's too much of judgment
we're
happening.
quick to do that,
We're quick to
yeah.
judge,
Yeah.
right? So I think just be clear about that, and then to everybody, just know that there's someone, that is Jesus, obviously Jesus Christ. He never gives up on you, not even for a moment. All right, and so if you feel, even right now, if you're feeling rejected, dejected, alone, ignored, not hurt, anything like that, just know that Jesus is equally excited for your life, and He's dreaming big for you. So you just have to align your heart and your mind, towards His love for you, that He's ready to give you anytime. All right, and so you are blessed. Okay,
You are loved.
You are loved.
Yeah.
All right, so
Wow. Thank you so much, guys, for this beautiful ending note. And yes, guys, Jesus loves you, and He's knocking at the door,
Yeah.
and you're not alone,
Amen.
So with this note, we come to the end. Thank you so much once again. And viewers, please share this video to your friends, to anybody who needs this message. Thank you so much. God bless. We'll see you next week. Bye.